All right, let's talk Kenny Pickett and the Steelers pulling off another victory and another solid performance here from Kenny Pickett. I know he got banged up, but these past few weeks that he's been playing, he has started to look a lot better. Really tough start to the year, but I think we're starting to see more of last year's Kenny Pickett. It wasn't a perfect game. There were some clear issues, but we're seeing positives as well. Did enough to get them the win, especially that drive to have him go up late in the fourth quarter. So yeah, let's just talk about everything he did well. Let's start off with this play for Kenny Pickett. So it's a first down and 10. This was, there were things that were clunky for the Steelers. There just were, I'm sure all the Matt Canada haters will bring this up and sort of say this is his fault, and maybe it is. I don't know. But so it's an RPO. That's what's supposed to happen, where Kenny Pickett has the option to hand the ball off. At least that's how he's playing it. However, you're going to see him pull it back. And to be honest, part of me even wonders if this was just a designed running play, because you see where he's looking. Neither of those two Steelers players have their heads turned around as though they're running a route. So I don't know if this was just a mistake and somehow Kenny Pickett got the play call wrong, which is odd. You usually wouldn't expect the guy who, is taking the play call to somehow get it wrong. Maybe he just, screwed up. So I would guess that's not what happened. What I think happened is that one of the two receivers is supposed to have their head turned around, and that's where Pickett wants to throw the football. Even if he did get it over, want to get it over there, though, there's a Titans player who's in the way. So Pickett, I would say, probably does the right thing, gets outside the pocket and throws it away. At the same time, though, the issue is that because the offensive linemen were run blocking on that play, and they were way down the field. They were not treating that like an RPO, really, unless the ball was supposed to come out of his hands very quickly, which maybe it was. Because of that, it was a penalty. At the end of the day, when I'm this confused about what it is you were actually trying to do after watching the play 10 times, it probably means you didn't accomplish what you were trying to do very well. For Pickett, there's no getting around it. There were some missed throws in this game. This one probably the most egregious, and there is a chance there was a communication issue here as well. We can talk about it, but it's going to be a zone coverage play, and you see the route. It's Deontay Johnson's route, going to try and get into a gap in coverage. It can work, right? You can see where the window could be for Kenny Pickett. So, okay, well, let's see what happens on this play. Pickett is going to take the snap, and there isn't just a window. It's a wide open window here for Pittsburgh. So, great situation to try and make something happen. However, Pickett's throw is just high. And again, you do have to kind of throw the asterisks in there of maybe it was a miscommunication. Maybe he thought the route was going to be a little further. Those things, do happen from time to time. The receiver did stop. Johnson did stop a little bit before the first down marker, but usually I would think on a 1st and 15, that's around where you want to do it. If it was 3rd down, I'd probably lean more towards the route was probably past the sticks. Again, we're not in the huddle. We can't say for sure. But there were other missed throws and some that clearly weren't miscommunications. So at the end of the day, for Kenny Pickett, it's one of those weird things where I feel like his accuracy was pretty good last year, but for whatever reason this year, accuracy has gone down. He has missed some throws. Now, I would argue he's made some plays as well, like this one. It's a 3rd down and 2. This first drive was really good, right? It was really promising. I'm sure Steelers fans felt really excited about how this was going, even though, actually, I just realized the 3 plays I picked in the first half were all on that first drive, interestingly enough. So maybe still some mishaps, but they were able to make the most out of some 3rd down situations, right? Hey, if you make some mistakes, it's going to mean you have more 3rd downs. But if you can convert to 3rd downs, it doesn't matter. This is a 3rd down and 2, but you see the route he's going to want to look towards. It's zone coverage, and there could be a little gap for this to work. This is, once again, Deontay Johnson's route. Okay, well, let's see what happens. Pickett is going to take the snap. He is going to look in Johnson's direction. He fires in Johnson's direction, and really good route by Johnson. And again, hey, we want to criticize Matt Canada, and sure, I'm not saying he's not worthy of criticism, but good play concept. The underneath routes pulled the Titans players who were covering over the middle further underneath. So now all Johnson had to do was win a one-on-one matchup. This is putting your players in position to succeed, right? Giving him a one-on-one matchup where there usually is a bubble underneath. Johnson has created a window for Pickett to make this throw. And as you see, Pickett is able to make this throw. Again, this is kind of the thing we talk about with Pickett. While there were some exceptions in this game for sure, last year, what was making him so good, and I thought why he had a really good rookie year, was he did a great job of running the offense when it was available for him to run it, right? And that's exactly what he did on this play. There was a window to make the throw. You have to time it well. You have to throw it accurately, and he was able to do both of those two things on this one. This play was a good one, albeit an incompletion. Hey, some incompletions are still good passes, and this one was an example of that, in my opinion, where the way this play is going to work is it is a one-on-one matchup. It's George Pickens. You see the route that he's running here, going to be a man coverage. As you see, Pickett takes the snap, and it always is a bit of a tongue twister saying Pickett to Pickens, but Pickett's throw to Pickens here is, an important one, right? There's a window to be made. Not an easy throw to make, though. However, you see, this is a really well-thrown ball, and really, that's where Pickett wanted to put that football. I'm not going to crush Pickens for not getting both feet in bounds. That is kind of a tough play, although I do think you see a lot of guys be able to get both feet in bounds there. Definitely, I feel like one of those skills you kind of just learn as you're in the NFL longer. Obviously, Pickens is still just in his second year, so he still doesn't fully have that natural instinct to make sure you're getting both feet in bounds, because obviously in college, you only have to get 1 feet in bounds. So that's definitely something that, is probably a factor here to some degree. But, still, really good throw from Pickett, right? These are good plays. Not every good throw is going to result in a touchdown, although this one gave him a chance to get a touchdown, which is certainly part of what you're trying to do here. And then this play, nearing the end of the fourth quarter, needing a touchdown to take the lead, field goal would tie it. This one got them in field goal range and set up the eventual touchdown that was also to Diontae Johnson. This play, though, Johnson one-on-one on the outside, and he really was a key, kind of the key guy here for the Steelers. Watch what's going to happen on this. Again, 3rd down and 6, so really important play. If you don't convert here, they're probably punting it away. This is a huge play in this football game. Watch as Pickett's going to take the snap. He's going to look in the direction of Diontae Johnson, who, again, is it wide open? No, but okay, throw it up to Johnson, see if you can make something happen. As you see, Pickett puts this one right on the money. That's a beautiful throw. Great catch from Diontae Johnson. They had some, eventually that was the touchdown, Pickett to Johnson. Albeit there's a little bit of wonkiness at the goal line before they finally were able to score. But hey, they found a way to get into the end zone. And they found a way to win the football game. Big win by the Steelers. The Steelers find a way, right? Like life finds a way, the Steelers find a way. This wasn't really just them. Listen, we've seen them steal games in the past. I didn't think this was a stolen game. I thought they were just a better team. And again, found a way to make this happen. Really close game. Defense was the defense, but Kenny Pickett playing better is definitely still something that gets you excited if you're a Steelers fan. That's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.